Welcome back to Ohio Country Today. We're here at Celina's first annual Ag Tech Forum, and one of the speakers tonight is Brad Fruth with Becks Seeds. And Brad, before we really get into talking about what you're going to talk about, give us a little background on yourself and how you kind of landed where you're at.
Sure. So I've been very blessed to be a part of the Becks Hybrids organization now for 16 years. Originally started in the organization doing a lot of IT work and working on the IT operations side. And now have also do that as well as with all this precision ag. That's obviously changed a lot in the last 5 to 6 years. So help out a lot with our digital strategy and what are the technologies and tools that we're implementing both on our own farm and that we're offering available to our customers. So I enjoy doing that during the day. I also reside on our family farm in Indiana and southern Miami County. We row crop and raise hogs.
Well, so you're well suited for what you're doing there at Becks Seeds. So, you mentioned technology, and it's more than just deciding which hybrid you're going to plant or which variety you're going to plant or that kind of thing. So it's a lot more deeper than that, isn't it?
Sure, yeah. So a lot of the technology and what we look at Becks Hybrids is how can we make farmers succeed. So one of the things that we really focus on is there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of neat gadgets and things you can spend all your money really, really fast. But what are those technologies that actually bring real value to the farm? And so that's what we're focused on at Becks Hybrids. So I'm going to talk about our approach to ag technology, how it's really people-based, and how we can create collisions with our employees. And then we're also going to talk about some of the things that we have in our pipeline. We have a practical farm research side to our business, so that allows us to validate all of the ag tech before it hits a customer farm. So we're going to talk about some really cool technologies that we have in our pipeline, what our approach to the market is. And then also as a seed company, we're an ag company, but keep in mind we're also a supply chain company. We have all this seed that we have to process and grow and get out to our farmers. So we're going to talk about some innovative technologies that we're also doing in our seed production places and how we're trying to innovate in that space on how we bring seed through our pipeline and get it to our dealer and ultimately get it to our customer in the most cost-effective manner.
So first, there's two things here we want to talk about. First thing is the technology. So I'm always intrigued by that, because it's more than just whatever you can get on your phone from Twitter or something, right? Tell us a little bit about, when you talk about technology from Beck's standpoint, what kind of technology are you providing to the producer?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So we actually have a precision farm management platform, and it's called Farm Server, and that's how we bring all this information together and bring it actually to the farmer. So one of the things I'm going to talk about is every ag tech company hopefully realizes they can't do everything for everybody, and you need to focus on what you're good at and partner with those to fill in those other gaps. So when we look at sensors, drones, and imagery, we're going to partner with companies, and we're going to share a couple of those here. It seems like everybody nowadays has a soil sensor or a weather station. So how do you choose out of 20 the best one for your farm? So we pilot a lot of that in our practical farm research, find out which ones actually work, and then which one's going to put money in your pocket. At the end of the day, you can have a soil sensor, but if you don't do anything with that data and it's not valuable to you, then you've just wasted all of your money. So we try to funnel that pipeline down and again bring value actually to the farm. A lot of us kind of like to talk about weather data, and so does it make sense for an ag company to be in the weather space when you can get the weather free on your phone from 1,000 different places? But what you really want is you want weather and rainfall data mixed with your equipment data, your drone data to make decisions. And so that's what you've got to be focused on, is that value and what's the actual product that can be used on the farm.
Yeah, because many times when somebody thinks of technology, they're thinking about, my GPS, and it steers my tractor, and it creates a yield map for me.
Sure, yeah, and that's definitely part of it. But then what happens at the end of the year when you're trying to take your tractor data and make choices on which were my most productive fields? Was the hybrid choices that I made true? What was the weather conditions? And really, ultimately, you should be boiling it down to here's the variables I can control, and here's the ones that I can't, and how am I going to get better next year? I've heard it often that a farmer really only has 40 crops that he'll grow in a lifetime. So how are you going to innovate in only 40 crops that you're going to put out? And it's going to be wrangling all of this data. And our job at Becks Hybrids is how do we help you wrangle this data and get to actionable insights?
You know, so that takes me to the other thing that I wanted to kind of just talk about. You talked about the seed production, and some of the innovation that's going on there, because it's more than just just growing that crop, you know, detasseling that, and you know, pollinating that corn, and you know, growing that segregated seed for seed. You know, there's a lot more coming up in the back end for this, right?
Yeah. So, do you want a job detasseling corn? Is that what I hear? Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, yeah, there is technology right now involved in all parts of our pipeline. So when you look at from the breeding effort, you know, a lot of stuff going on in marker labs. CRISPR is a new technology coming online now. You look at that from our breeding, our selection, our production, processing. That's where I think it's awesome to be in agriculture. You know, there's a lot of consolidation, so the number of companies growing seed corn right now is dwindling, but that's our opportunity to apply technology at the right time to become more efficient, and that's an opportunity for us to gain a competitive advantage.
Well, Brad, you know, there's a lot of information that we've only we've opened the page, right, and opened the book. So if somebody wanted to find out more information, where could they go?
Yeah, so definitely our website, beckshybrids.com. I mentioned our practical farm research. We're actually getting ready to release that data. There's more data than you can shake a stick at there, but we would be more than happy to engage with whoever would like to have a conversation.
Well, Brad, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Our farm department is committed to providing ag professionals the products, coverages, and peace of mind needed to run a successful operation. With our home office located in the heart of farm country, many of us have first-hand experience when it comes to farming, and we know how to take out the risk. Under one policy, we can provide total protection of your investment, from your home and barns to your equipment and livestock. Come join us and experience the Celina difference.